Hey, welcome back everyone. I'm Dave Guerra. This is This Vet Cooks, the weekly cooking show that I do for those of you that like to watch me cook, or those of you that are wanting to cook, or those of you that, hey, you know, look, it's a veteran, he cooks. That would be me. So good week. Hope you had a great week. This week we're back at it again, and I don't know if you can hear it, the sizzling sound of something cooking over there on the griddle. We're gonna get to it. So this week, what are we making? That's right, goes with the griddle. We're making pancakes because it's not just for breakfast anymore. Pancakes, that's right, we're making them from scratch. And what do I mean by scratch? We're actually gonna use some flour. We're gonna use flour, we're gonna use some sugar, we're gonna use some vanilla, salt, baking powder, baking soda. We got some eggs, 2 cups of milk. Oh, did I forget to say, it's not just pancakes. It's buttermilk pancakes, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own buttermilk, because you know we're just on the cusp of the holiday season, and once Labor Day gets here, the holidays are kicking off, and I know this year everyone's going to be baking, cooking, so make sure you stock up on the essentials for that baking. But one of those is buttermilk. Now you can go out and buy buttermilk, or you can make your own, and that's what we're going to do now. So come on, let's get started. All right, so we're making some buttermilk pancakes from scratch, and what do we need? We need buttermilk. But hey, sometimes, you know, we don't have buttermilk, or you run out of buttermilk, and you got to make buttermilk. So let's make some buttermilk, and here is the deal. This is what it takes to make buttermilk. You need milk, whole milk in this case. 2 cups is what the recipe calls for the pancakes. So we're making 2 cups, we're putting 2 cups of milk in the 2-cup container here on camera 2. All right, next, we need distilled white vinegar, okay? White vinegar, not that apple cider vinegar. No, don't do that. This is gonna be horrendous. It's gonna be hideous. It's gotta be, and it's in the show notes, distilled white vinegar. Okay, so for every 1 cup of milk, you wanna use 2 tablespoons. The measuring spoons, not the ones you put on the dinner table, which apparently they're called tablespoons, but they're the wrong measure. So my misunderstanding. So let's go ahead and knock that out. Now, well, let's go ahead and do that. Oh my, well that helps. It's got a little lip on it. Here we go. 2 tablespoons for every 1 cup of milk. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 2 tablespoons for every 1 cup of milk. If I have 2 cups of milk, I do 4 tablespoons. So there we go. All right, now we're going to stir, and it's going to feel a little thick. It's supposed to, because it's the acetic acid working with the alkaline of the milk. And now it's starting to do its stuff. We're going to stir it just a little bit, and then we're going to leave it alone for 5 minutes. No matter what you do, you want to leave it alone for 5 minutes. Okay, but it also gives us time to prep the dry stuff for our pancakes. So that's how you make buttermilk. All right, everybody. So here we go. We're going to let that, like I said, the buttermilk's still got a couple of minutes left to sit. So while we're doing that, we are prepping our dry ingredients. We've got a separate bowl here on camera 2. There we go. So what do we need? Right now in the bowl is 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. That works. All right, we're not getting all fancy schmancy here. That's for some other show. That's not this show. This is This Vet Cooks, okay? So here we go. So we got 2 cups of flour, sifted, unsifted. You know what? Just take it out of the bag and put 2 cups in a bowl. All right, 2 cups in a bowl. Next, 2 teaspoons baking powder. So I like the baking powder because it's got that little line right there where you can put your spoon in, and it creates a level. So 2 teaspoons. That's a teaspoon right here. There we go. And okay, I get a lot. And then I do that. Look at that, a nice level spoon. That's 1. And that's 2. 2 teaspoons baking powder. 1 teaspoon baking soda. So let's get the baking. Now the baking soda I don't like so much because they usually come in a box, right? Then you got to fumble with the box to get the thing out. And it's like, come on, seriously? There we go. And it's 1 teaspoon. Hey, we can do a level there. 1 teaspoon baking soda, baking powder. All right, oh, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. What have we got? Well, half a teaspoon of salt. So I'm using a quarter, so you know quarter times 2 is, that's right, half. So, oops, helps if I do this the right way. All right, there we go. Whoa. That's it. What else is there? Oh, 2 tablespoons of sugar. All right, so 2 tablespoons of sugar. Here we go. Keep them in a old coffee. 2 tablespoons, sorry about that. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Keep that in an old coffee creamer bowl. This one, unfortunately, does not have a level. So just be careful. And that's 1 tablespoon. And just a tiny bit more. I didn't add enough, didn't top it off. There we go. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Those are our dry ingredients. Guess what we have to do? That's right, we got to break out the old holiday Christmas whisk. There it is. It's back. It's back for another exciting adventure and another baking session. And we're going to just mix this all around. Kind of helps break up the clumps. Whoa, got flour flying everywhere. So, hey, because it is the holidays, there is our Christmas one. Don't forget to order your whisk. Put your order in for this holiday whisk. The Christmas tree whisk. No Christmas trees were harmed in making this whisk. Alrighty, so we got that all beat up. Now let's go work on our wet ingredients. First things first with the wet ingredients, we've got 2 eggs. 2 eggs. Now again, there's 1 egg. And egg number 2. There we go. 2 eggs, large eggs. They're really nice. 2 eggs. And then we have the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So in this case, 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And it doesn't hurt if you add a little extra. You go a little, you know, vanilla is vanilla. And again, I'm not using pure vanilla. I'm using the vanilla extract, which is, even then, it's vanilla extract, which is not pure vanilla. I'm using an imitation vanilla extract, which contains water, sugar, caramel color, artificial flavor, citric acid, sodium benzoate as a preservative only. So nowhere does it say anything about vanilla. So it is just a, it is a sensory thing. Okay, so now we're going to use our dry ingredient, and we're just going to lightly beat the eggs. I'm beating you, you're being beaten. And again, just to break them all up. There we go. And now we have this. Folks, how do people drink this thing? All right, so here we go. All right, let's clean up here a little bit, and we'll switch cameras. All right, so yeah, you can feel that milk is thickened up, and because this is acetic acid, I want to say that's what it's called, the vinegar. It's an acid. We also can use later on, what is that other acid called? It's up there in the cabinet. For mozzarella, it's at that point. So you see the acid starts breaking down that milk. And in this case, there's tiny little clumps, and it just, but the other acid really, really, truly will break it down. Okay, so there we go. All right, that's good. Now, what are we going to do? Well, we're not going to pour the dry into this. For some reason, it makes sense. But we're going to pour the liquid into the dry. All right, so here we go. And then we're going to start transferring over to stir. And we want to get the batter going. Now, at this point, if there's just too much flour and not enough liquid, you can add a little bit of, you don't have to create more buttermilk. It won't hurt, but you can just add regular milk. Alrighty. Oops. And we've made a mess here. Alrighty. Now you see all the little bubbles and everything starting to turn, and now it's starting to look like batter. So we're going to keep stir, and then we'll be ready to start dropping pancakes. Okay, folks, here we are. I guess it's time to say goodbye to Christmas Tree Whisk for now. So we'll hand this off. Thank you. And we're ready now to make some pancakes. I'm using about a half cup with a little lip. Anything that has kind of a lip, it really does help you. A pour or a spout. Anything that helps you get it going on. Okay, so I'm using the Camera 2. Yes, Camera 2 does show it. The one burner that I use. I like it. I like it a lot. Again, you don't have to run the stove and all of that nonsense. There it is. Small cooking area. So we're going to go ahead, again, using our non-stick pan. We're going to shake it, and put in some of this. Oh, it helps if you put some in the middle. Yeah, right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go in. Get this. Again, you'll get a feel for it. Looks a little lumpy. It's got some air bubbles. You want that. And is it ready? Yes, it's ready. We'll go ahead and drop our first pancake. And there it is. And we'll wait it out. Let it... So that's the neat thing. You get to pull out the plates because you're right there, right by the... So that's their secret. Now I know their secret. And so we wait here for just a moment. And on the camera you should see, yes, it's starting to cook, bubble up. See if I can move this without burning myself. There we go. Now you want to keep an eye on this, and especially for the first time, and especially because this is the first time I'm making pancakes on this burner. Want to keep an eye on the outside, make sure it doesn't crisp. If you're using oil or butter, usually, especially with the oil, it gets hotter. That's going to be the first thing that starts cooking. You start seeing little crispies happening around the rim of the pancake. That's fine. You start also look at the middle of the pancake. Watch for the bubbles. Once they start going, you're pretty much set. It's ready to be flipped. So let's take a look here. Well, first of all, it's not sticking. Should I do it? Should I do it? Later on. Okay, so we're waiting here. What is my temperature set at? I need to be at a 2. I was down at just above a 1. So I was about 20%. So, but it was still plenty hot because you can see it's not sticking. Again, hence the non-stick pan. And waiting for those bubbles to... There they are. Now they're coming up. And we're just going to tweak the temperature just a bit. Now you start seeing little bubbles pop across the top. Once they really truly rise to the top, they pop, we'll be ready to flip it over. And sure enough, even the spray, it's starting to on one edge, one side of the circle. There are no sides. There's 360 sides. Side 110 is starting to crisp up a little bit, but that's just the way it goes. Alrighty, so pancakes. Pancakes all my life. Again, it's the same thing. It's just part of who we are as America. Pancakes, flapjacks, short stacks, silver dollar pancakes. Come on, seriously, they're pancakes, flapjacks. What else are they? They're called something else. I know they're called something else. I just don't remember offhand. Do you remember?
Johnny cakes.
Johnny cakes. That's right. But aren't those made with cornmeal? But they're still pancakes. Okay, now, there's a big bubble. I think we're ready to start to turn. Are we? Oh, we turned a little too early, or there's probably not enough because we were getting some serious bubbles across the top. So no worries there. We'll let this one cook in. Here on camera 2, you can see that's kind of what we want to see here where I'm pointing at, and we want to see that all around. And again, the burner is an all-around burner, so it should have given us what we needed. But that's fine. So what else have we got? So pancakes, Johnny cakes, flapjacks, griddle cakes. Yes, thank you there, Mrs. This Vet's Cook. Thank you. Yes, I forgot about it. Griddle cakes. And griddle cakes. Where did I first hear griddle cakes? I want to say it was up in the Northeast, but not the New England states. Well, does New Jersey count as a New England state? I don't even know if Jersey counts as a state. Oh, shots fired to New Jersey. No, trust me, I lived there. My dad was at Fort Dix. I've been there, so trust me. Exit 120. No. Anyway, so, but I think that was more of a Pennsylvania thing. I think the griddle cakes are more of a Pennsylvania thing, and then kind of leading across to the Midwest. So again, these names all just depend on. Now there's no, okay, so let's get back to the pancakes. There's no need to push on them. We're not going to push on them. You want them to stay fluffy. And they're smelling great. You can really smell that imitation vanilla. There we go. That's what we want, folks, right there. That's it right there. That's what we want on both sides. Okay, so let's continue making some more. We'll be right back. All right, so anyway, pancakes again. And I've had them all different ways. The McDonald's ones, you know, those are pretty cool. They're all right. They're not the greatest. But again, in a pinch, they work. Denny's, IHOP, all of those other restaurants, those mom and pop roadside diners. And at home, you know, it's still the best ones are here at home because, you know, you always have that one recipe, that one type of pancake, or, you know, just changing things up just a slight bit, and guess what? We're making waffles. It's just that simple, and that's really the nice thing behind this recipe. But other than that, it's really cool, really neat. Hey, listen, before I forget, I want to thank everyone that follows on Twitter. That's This Vet Cooks at Twitter. So don't, it's the @ This Vet Cooks on Twitter. And everybody that follows along on Instagram, so that's This Vet Cooks also. And on Facebook, thank you again for following on the Facebook page, facebook.com/This Vet Cooks. And oh yeah, the website, don't forget the website. Be sure you stop by in there. And we're going to be ramping up a couple more things now that there is content. So we're going to be adding more stuff to it now that there is content. And again, that's www.thisvetcooks, all one word, .com. So be sure to follow there. Again, I want to thank everybody. And also, hey, I think it's going to be over here. It's right here. Be sure you watch my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law's show, Talking Shenanigans. A lot of fun, a lot of great stuff going on there. Deep, heavy subjects. But again, they're very relevant, very timely. And of course, you know, it's my brother, so watch it or else. All right, well, listen. Let's keep making some more pancakes, all right? I think it's time to flip this one. Alrighty. Hey, again, you know, this wouldn't be the show if I didn't mention it. And of course, I'm talking about the Veteran Crisis Line. Folks, it's not that difficult. Make that call. Trust me, make the call. It's not anything to be ashamed about. There's no shame in making a call. There's no shame in asking for help. The shame is, there is no shame. There you go. That's it. It's just that simple. Make the call. 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255. Make the call. Press 1 when they answer. Speak to them. Talk to them. Tell them what's going on. It could just be something that's a one-off situation. It's addressed. That's it, right then and there. But now you know you have an answer. If you have those questions, you have those nagging doubts, your gut's telling you something. Listen to your gut, and the gut's telling you, make the call. It is that simple. So please make the call. I can't beg of you anymore. I can't beg any more than I already am. So please make the call. 1-800-273-8255. And just somebody's there. Somebody's going to listen. Hey, drop me a note. Drop me a tweet. Contact me on Facebook. It doesn't matter. You know, what does matter is that you took the initiative. You took the first step. You're seeking help because, hey, that's what you need to do. So let's get it done. All right, so now we're almost done. We're almost done with our flapjacks. We're almost done with our griddle cakes. We're almost done with our pancakes. Short stack, long stack, silver dollar pancakes, which I don't get those. I don't know. It's like one of those things. Anyway, what do? How do you serve them? Well, typically you serve them in a stack, some butter in between, some maple syrup all over the place, or, you know, this stuff, whatever this stuff is, corn syrup, Karo, Karo syrup. That was pure corn syrup. It actually said it on the cover. It said Karo corn syrup. It didn't say anything else. That was, you know, that was truth in advertising back then. But now we've got maple syrup. I didn't know maple syrup. It wasn't until several years back that I found out maple syrup came in 3 grades. And, you know, like, I thought maple syrup was maple syrup, but apparently no. I guess it's just how sweet it is and the color and how amber it is and how dark it gets, all of that good stuff. So it creates a grading system for that. And let me flip this one over. And then I've seen them where individuals have done like a blueberry jam or blueberry preserve, strawberry jam, strawberry syrup. That's over at one of those international houses of something or another. And pancakes, I think that's what they call it. And But now it's like they just use the letters because they don't want to say that and box themselves in. It's a marketing thing, but it worked for them for all those years. Anyway, but I digress. So you'd like syrup. The syrup is strawberry syrup, blueberry syrup. There's syrup of all kinds, different flavors. So again, whatever works for you. I've seen where people have done scrambled eggs or fried eggs between 2 slices of pancakes, and then some sausage on top of that. Eat it as a sandwich. Again, you're making a bread. This is a bread. It is just that simple. It is a bread. So, I also made a faux pas earlier when I did the double flip. I'm not supposed to double flip, apparently. You go one time, you flip it the first time, that's it. You don't bring it back to the second flip. So apparently, even though it looks like it's still raw, that's on you. You got to eat it that way. You're the one making the pancakes. No, but seriously, it's up to you. Whatever floats your boat, whatever wets your whistle, whatever shakes your bacon, whatever makes your bacon, whatever, whatever buckles your seat, whatever works for you. All right, everybody, there it is. There are the pancakes, ready to rock and roll. We got some scrambled eggs. We got some sausage. We're ready. It's dinner time, but guess what? It's breakfast for dinner again. So again, hope you enjoyed this episode. The recipe will be online soon. Other than that, thank you for watching. Again, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and visit the webpage www.thisvedcooks. And of course, if you're in a situation, you need some help, don't forget, you can call that veteran crisis line anytime, 1-800-273-8255. Press the number 1. Everyone, I wish you a great week. I'll talk to you next time. I'm Dave Guerra, and This Vet Cooks.